Alright, welcome to fourth episode of Before You Relocate. My name is Arewala Ali. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the experience I had when I went to the UAE in 2019 about accommodation. So when I wanted to travel to the UAE, I decided, because I just went there with a month visa, and so I decided I'm not going to be sleeping or staying in an hotel. I asked my cousin that was at Abu Dhabi then to help me get a room. So I was expecting to get a room, but she explained to me that a room is always very expensive, around 1,500 dirham. And so if I can get half a room, that will be that they'll just demarcate a room for myself and someone else, and that'll be 750 dirham. So I paid for half a room, and eventually when I got there, I was putting my half a room. But what I discovered was that most people staying and working in the UAE, they actually pay for what we call a bed space. And the way it simply works is that there are some people there, there are Nigerians that are there as hustlers. They work, and at the same time they do some other side business. And what they simply do is they rent like a flat, a old flat from the arbab. Arbab is like the landlord. And what they do is, in that flat there are several rooms. Sometimes there are up to 4 or 5 rooms. And then in that flat there's also going to be a general kitchen. Then there's going to be individual, sometimes there are individual toilets and bathrooms for individual rooms, or sometimes there's a master bedroom and there are 2 or 3 extra toilets and bathrooms. So that's actually how it works. So when you go there, when you are about to travel maybe to the UAE, most especially the UAE, I keep mentioning the UAE because that's the experience I've had, you have to pay for a bed space. So they take a bunk like up and down bed and put it in a room. They put 2, which means like 4 of you be staying in one room. And so you put, if you are paying for the upper bed, I think it's cheaper than the lower bed. The lower bed is around 500 dirham, the upper bed is around 400 dirham. And then you put all your load under the bed, or sometimes you put your load in your cupboard. So sometimes the property provider will get a cupboard, a wardrobe where you can put your stuff into. So once you put your stuff there, that's where everybody will live. Now, one of the things I experienced there in the UAE was that bed bug was everywhere. Like, they were literally living with bed bugs officially. So when I got there, me, I have had that bed bug experience when I was little, and so it was very disheartening for me to be like, is this not abroad? What is bed bug doing in abroad? So I had to make sure that I insisted that I'm not going to be staying in this bed bug infested environment. So I left. I went to my friend's place at Sharjah, and I discovered the same thing. In fact, in Sharjah there was even an additional problem, the problem of cockroaches. Like, cockroaches was everywhere. If you cook food and you put it on the table, you see cockroaches. And sometimes I just come to think about that, is it everybody that has this problem? Then eventually I went to another friend of mine's place at Ajman, Tinapepe, and I discovered that, wow, this is beautiful. There's no bed bug, there's no cockroaches, very neat, very nice, which means that a lot of time when you travel out, if you are lucky, you get to stay with someone that is completely neat, and you not see bed bugs or cockroaches or all those other nonsense things. But if you are unlucky, if you are not unlucky, if it's the usual thing, you get to live in a place where they live and dine with bed bugs. And before you know what's happening, you and bed bugs will become best of friends. I know that bed bugs love cold environment. These people put on AC 24/7, and the AC is actually being provided by the landlord, and if there's any fault in the AC, the landlord has to pay for it. So the living condition generally is not really the way you are enjoying it in Nigeria. No, once you travel out of Nigeria, you don't expect to live the kind of living condition you were having in Nigeria, except if you go to countries like maybe the UK, the US, Australia, or some other countries that you have a better living conditions. So for today's video, we have just discussed about some of the most lucrative living conditions on abroad. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about how the hustle system actually works. When you get there, how you can actually get good jobs, and what are the things you need to put in place in order to get good jobs. What are the certificates you need to have? What are the skills you need to have? We are going to be talking about that, how to get good jobs when you travel abroad. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.